Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope all of you guys are doing well. So this is going to be a channel and life update video, one of many videos I will be filming today. So, give you guys a little update on what's been going on recently. So as you guys know, in some previous life updates, I had been fighting unemployment back and forth to, start claiming my weeks and getting paid. Well, after back and forth, nothing changed. I had to call on two different occasions, and on the last call I had with somebody who gave me more information that wasn't told to me, and apparently some miscommunication in their department, or no communication at all. It came down to me having to pay the overpayment that unemployment was telling me I owed, even though they have it documented in writing that it would be the employer's responsibility. So at one point, it was just like, it makes no sense on why I would have these hearings and everything. Why they would tell me I owe, but then tell me I don't have to owe, but then I have to owe. So I decided, you know what, that is fine. I will pay it. But the great thing is that they told me, of course, beginning of January, that things would kind of revert back to normal. And what I mean by this is that when I claim my weeks, instead of me getting paid, it would take off the balance of what I owe. So now the balance is officially paid. So in 2 weeks, I will start to be getting unemployment again, which I am extremely happy about. Mind you, this has been going on since September of last year. So that is great news. Um, Another update would be the Social Security disability. So I had applied back in June of 2022, but they didn't make their decision until January of this year. According to them, it would take like a full year. They have to, get my consent to get medical, to see my medical files and things like that. And then I was scheduled a meeting with the psychiatrist. Well, on January 4th, they denied me, stating that what I have wrong with me, they don't consider uh, to be disabled. Mind you, learning disability has the term disability in it, but you don't consider that as a disability, which makes no sense. And nobody ever considers Tourette's being a disability, even though it does self-harm to you. And there are cases of individuals who have it severely. But they did state that I could appeal it, and that is what I'm currently working on. While I'm working on that, or while I was, starting it, I had applied for insurance to try to get my shoulder looked at professionally. Now, mind you, I am doing at home, physical therapy to help it, but I'm no doctor, and I'd rather have a doctor look at it and see if I'm doing well or if I need, more improvements. Um, Mind you, when I did go to the doctors, when I was put on medical leave back in June of last year, there was no official diagnosis. So it could be a wide variety of different things. It could be, my rotator cuff, or it could be an arthritis, which is known as basically a wear and tear. I can't remember the term, but it's basically wear and tear from over the years, and it happens when you get up there in age, which kind of sucks, especially considering I'm not even 40 yet. But hey, it could be worse. Now, try to get the insurance, and I could not get insurance because I don't have an income. And some insurances you can not have to pay, or you can pay like very little. But I missed the open enrollment on one of them. Their enrollment was open from November to January 16th, which I wasn't aware. So yeah, now I gotta wait until November of this year to hopefully get insurance, especially if I don't win my Social Security disability case. Now, trying to find a job is going to be extremely difficult due to the fact that I am currently still injured. And I have very, very small limitations on what I can do. And because of that, a lot of companies can see me as a liability because they're not going to want to take that chance because there is that possibility of me getting injured again and trying to sue them, and they don't want that. So that plays a big part on trying to get hired. Now, I have looked for at home jobs to kind of help see if there's anything worth it, but due to my lack of education, um, I don't try to go too detail with my education, but I did finish all my academics. I just could not pass the state standard test that they have, or at least the reading portion of it. So they couldn't give me my diploma. And I didn't go to college or anything like that. So because of that, I am very limited on what I can and cannot do job wise when it comes to an education. So I'm also currently fighting to at least receive my diploma due to the fact that I have the learning disability and the complications that have been going on since I finished school. And I've been out of school for a long time. So, it's all these little things that I'm trying to fight. And, trying to, as they say, find the light at the end of the tunnel. Do not wish this on my worst enemy. This is a situation that I just would ever expect. They always say people hit rock bottom, and this is my rock bottom. This is my lowest. And I know I will succeed and things will get better. But at this time, it's just, when you don't have an income and you've got bills, it does become stressful. And I have been dealing with stress. And due to that stress, my body has been reacting to it. And that's one of the biggest reasons why a lot of times I may not make a video for a few days, because I'm basically sick. My body is, telling me, you're stressed and, you don't have the energy and things like that. And it's also a combination of things as well. I've had to cut back on food because, let's be honest, food is a comfort. I've always been overweight, and I've actually had started years ago trying to lose. Had my ups and downs, but I was able to drop off at least 42 pounds worth of weight, and I still continue to, I'm still continuing to work on my weight, but yeah. So I try to cut back on a lot of things, like caffeine has been affecting me really bad, so I had to cut back on a lot. And I've been trying to work a lot on my stress, trying to find things that will help and motivate me a little bit better to not get too overwhelmed in difficult situations. So as of right now, that is what's been going on. eBay, I've decided, when I sell, eBay was original. So let me give you guys a little backstory with eBay. So eBay was originally intended to be, me to make money to cover some hours when I was working, to make up the difference because I had been working 5 days and went down to 4 days due to our contract change. And this was to 2016. Excuse me. We would go from 5 days to 4 days at the beginning of 2017. And during that time, I needed to figure out how I was going to manage my income because I was making a decent amount at a 5 day, 40-hour work week. So with getting cut back, that was going to make a huge difference. So I wanted to start selling on eBay to start slowly covering some funds, whether it was, 20 here, 50 there, at least it would cover to pay some bills. And then I started really enjoying it, coming across other YouTubers like Raken Profit, Rockstar Flipper, Bonafide Hustler, and all these other resellers. Um, and it motivated me to want to work towards doing it full time. Then I had my ups and downs. My first year, wasn't all that great. It was a learning process, and I actually took a 2-year hiatus because I was so tired of all the mistakes I was making, all the things that I was dealing with that wasn't my fault. So, in the close to the end of 2019, I got back into it. During that break, I was selling on Mercari, and I still to continue to have my ups and downs. Now, mind you, I am guilty of selling stuff that's not worth much, like DVDs, Blu-rays, maybe some certain clothing items. My goal now for eBay is to eventually sell out all the inventory I have. I don't want to donate it, so if I have to sell it as cheaply as I can, I will. And, take maybe a small break and really do more research on things I know I can sell for a great profit, but also have a great sell through rate so my items are not sitting and they're going through quickly. Now, I'm not making as many sales as I am. So, I'll use the funds to buy myself some stuff. That was once things got better with the job I had when I, started eBay. I decided to just use eBay as a way to buy things I wanted. So that way I wasn't, you know, having to take it out of my paycheck, or I could pay, have very little, um, I'd have some, some decent amount to spend on things I wanted, but it wouldn't have to be so much because I was using my funds with eBay. And that's what I continue to do. Anytime I have some funds, I will buy things I want to add to my collection or need for personal use. So that's how the challenge of upgrading came, not working, can't do a whole lot. Well, if I sell some things, I can start getting movies, excuse me, added into my collection, start doing more movie reviews and things like that. And doing more of putting more of an effort into YouTube, which has been paying off. Now, my long term goal is to eventually get monetized and turn what I love into a career. It's always been like that. Even when I started watching YouTube and learned that those type of things can happen. Am I expecting to make a whole lot? No, I'm not expecting to make a whole lot. But at least making something that I'm passionate about truly, truly is a long time dream. Not only that, but working with other studios to review their upcoming products, their Blu-rays, their 4Ks, and that's not just studios like Scream, Scream Factory, Arrow, but it's not like just like Paramount, Universal, Warner Brothers. I want to do boutique labels like Arrow, Scream Factory, Vinegar Syndrome. A lot of companies I'm really enjoying. Kino Lorber, Umbrella Entertainment. I mean, there's just so many companies I would personally like to have some partnerships and work deals out where I can review their upcoming releases and try to give them more exposure on their items and really go full detail into their stuff because all these boutique labels and all these big studios are coming out with some pretty decent stuff. Some are a hit and some are a miss, but nonetheless, people are buying their stuff, and I would love to do that. Another dream would be a partnership, getting paid to have some type of promotion from a company and advertise a little bit of their products. Um, I've always loved movies and reviewing stuff, and this has been going on since 2002 when I started first getting my, first few DVDs. So it's been a long time dream. It's just, I wasn't aware of all the good stuff that you can get and benefits until, YouTube became, started becoming a thing. So that is why when I mention stuff like this in my videos, I am extremely passionate about it. I've tried different things that I like, but never was really passionate about it until YouTube. And I strive to build the channel to make it better, and it will get better over time. I think once I have somewhat of a steady income, I can start improving the quality of my videos intros, outros, editing a little bit better, and just doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that to make things 10 times better. So yeah, I will tend to mention that a lot. Now, there are going to be some changes with my videos. Now, as you guys know, I've mentioned doing episode reviews for the Power Rangers. And as much as I have enjoyed doing the first 9 episodes, I started to think about, do I really want to review every episode and all the work that I have to put in? And how long it would get me through that series. So, I have decided that I will no longer be doing episode reviews for the Power Rangers or any other show moving forward. What I'm going to do differently is do reviews of the seasons itself. I'll talk about my favorite episodes, my favorite villains, and things like that, and maybe favorite characters that show up in that episode. I felt like this would be a better way to do the reviews. It would allow me to get through, multiple shows by just reviewing their seasons, and I wouldn't have to over, saturate the channel with so many videos on episodes. I just figured it would make it easier to just get through a season, review it, and go into the little details that I like in that season. So that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward. eBay will still be, there to make a little extra money to add titles into my collection, upgrade titles, which I will mention my next challenges. So I need to finish the upgrade challenge, which we're not even close yet. Maybe almost. There's still a lot. But the next 2 challenges I will be doing is the free challenge. This means my plan is to sell enough on eBay to cover the cost of films I want in my collection. That is the price for the item and the shipping. So if there is, 4K titles I want to add in my collection, like Tremors and Tremors 2 from Arrow Video, or there's Arrow titles, Scream Factory titles, which there are a lot. Vinegar Syndrome, MVD. I mean, there's so many I want to add to the collection. The goal is to use my eBay funds and pay for the item for free. So if the listing has shipping, the amount I have has to cover everything. If it has free shipping, then it has to cover just the price of the item. So that's going to be known as the free challenge. Then I will be doing the video game challenge, which kind of is the free challenge in a way. But again, the goal is to add, games into my collection for free. Make enough to get consoles I want to add to my collection that I either never had or are personal favorites. So those 2 challenges will be coming. I'm hoping to have all 3 active in some way where I can give you guys separate videos on each or do one for each challenge. And I do like these challenges. I mean, the upgrade challenge has worked, and adding titles to the challenge has worked because I kind of did that with the upgrade challenge. But I want to have them separate, so I'm going to do these 3 separate challenges and cross my fingers that they succeed. So as of right now, those are all the little updates that are going on in my personal life and some of the things I want to bring to the channel. And like I said, I want to do season reviews rather than doing episode reviews. Now, one series of videos I'm gonna be doing, and it's not more of a series, but you guys will see me do this in every single video. Let me rephrase this. So I will be doing, as you guys know, I did the Steelbook Spotlight and I did the Arrow Video Spotlight, which worked out really well. I have 2 seasons of Steelbook and I think 2 seasons of Arrow. Those will return as I continue to grow the channel, or not the channel, the collection. I feel like I gotta sneeze. So when I start building more Arrow titles into my collection and Scream Factory and stuff like that, you will see the continuation of the series. I try to do like 10 episodes per season. So if I get 10 more Arrow videos, then you will see, a series, season 3, or if I get more steelbooks, so on and so forth. So those could potentially return for more seasons. But as you guys know, I've done closer look at sets and releases I have in my collection, like the Farscape that I just did recently. And the Steelbook Spotlight and Arrow Spotlight are the same thing. I just show you guys a closer look at everything, the packaging and all that, and give you guys my opinion. Well, I'm going to be doing that with every single title I have in my collection. I figured, why not? This will give you guys an opportunity to really look at the packaging of specific releases and may catch your interest on wanting to pick that edition up or that Blu-ray release and so on and so forth. So that is something I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I don't have it to where I can be behind the camera. I've tried it and it just doesn't work out, so I'm actually going to be doing this stuff in front of the camera. So definitely keep an eye out for those videos. I think you guys will enjoy those type of videos. But that's pretty much it for the time being. Like I said, things have been stressful and there's not much I can do, and I'm trying really hard to. At one point I thought about doing a GoFundMe, but I don't think that would work. So it's just eBay's kind of my only option, at least until I can get monetized. So I will always put the link down in the description below so you guys can check out my eBay store. I will state that when I do eventually have the money, I will be canceling my store subscription due to the fact that I can't afford it. So I will end up going back to a standard account, which is okay with me. So there is going to be that change. A little tongue twisted there. I will put my email down in the description below if you guys want to send me subscriber mail. It could be anything. It could be a letter. It could be, if you guys have movies you no longer want, you can send them my way. If you guys are looking, you can send me eBay inventory. I'm about to knock stuff off my desk. You guys can send me eBay inventory. I've been thinking about creating business cards, to give to people I know, potential clients on, getting donations and cutting deals on stuff that I could purchase from them that they may have that I may be able to flip. And, kind of similar to others like Phoenix Resell and, all these other, YouTubers that are in the resale community. A lot of them will tell you start with donations from people you know and stuff, and family, because a lot of times people are going to donate them anyways to Goodwill. But why not just donate them to somebody who resells? It's no different than going to Goodwill. So if you guys are interested in that, you can always email me and say, hey, I'm going to donate these to you. You can sell them, or you have somebody who's like, hey, I'm unloading these movies from my collection, you might be interested in them, here you go. I don't have a PO box. Otherwise, I would, if I had one, I would put it in the description. But for now, I can only put my email. This will allow you guys to give. It would allow me to give you guys my address. I just don't want to put my address on there. I figured putting my email would be the safest way to do it. So I'm sorry for this video being too long, and I do apologize if I get tongue twisted and can't try to say what I want to and have to rephrase everything. But I want to thank all of you guys for the support, all the kind words you guys have given me. A lot of you who have commented on my videos since the beginning of, everything that has happened. It is much appreciated, and it keeps me going. It really does. YouTube's a learning process for me. At times I lose subscribers, but I gain them right back. I'm trying to build a channel. I'm trying to work everything out where I can increase my views, my likes, my subscribers, my watch hours. It's a long process, but I feel like we're going to get there soon. Long-term goal is to meet the requirements of being monetized by the end of the year, so I can start off the beginning of the year fresh. I may be doing some eBay related videos as well. I did polls. People voted 100% to see eBay related content, so I will be doing that as well. And I also have another challenge that's going to be with eBay, and that is getting myself out of debt by the end of the year, and starting 2025 debt free, having the financial freedom. So, um, yeah, a lot going on, a lot planned, a lot of goals that need to be accomplished and reached. So yeah, not stressed about it. You know, it's going to be fun. I'll have my better days than others, which is expected. Excuse me. But again, thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys are more than welcome to comment if you'd like, and if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Much appreciated. And if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button. It would be much appreciated. And you guys get some really cool videos. And with that being said, I am, of course, Film Talk with Mikey, and I do apologize for hitting the mic. It's a habit, so I do apologize if it messed up the audio a little bit. But with that being said, till next time, we'll talk films. Peace.